Okay, so this is my final project demo for um E1910 Elite 1601. So we're supposed to make a version of the Snake game. I did mine in C++ because I really wanted to make it so my snake has a fixed size. I thought that as the snake moved and it grew, I thought that was kind of boring. So I really wanted to go down this like journey of trying to make this snake have a fixed size. And I did start with C, and I think I had something down for my logic for having like a fixed snake size, but it just wouldn't work. And then I was told by Dr. Carl about a linked list, and that was basically like the solution to my problem. And that is what I did. I created, I think it's three classes in my project. One is called snake parts, which is the linked list basically. There's like a previous pointer, a next pointer, column, and row. And this is what makes my snake body parts. And then I have this is what basically runs the whole game, a snake game class. And I added a bunch of um, functions in this class that initializes the board, spawns both. I've added two players. It spawns both of my snakes. I also added a power up, so I added a spawn power ups um, function, and then a display board, which also displays my snake. Here I kind of thought it was cute to add like a snake tongue with an S, and it changes if it's going up or down. This is for player two. And then this is kind of the logic. So the whole thing about my snake is that I'm able to control the head, the where the head is with player input, and then the whole body of the snake kind of like follows that head as it moves because of the linked list. And same thing for player two. Then I have this is for handling the input of the player. What I did here is if it's going up, I made it so it can't go down because then it would the snake basically kills itself because of the logic of if it runs into itself, then it's game over for the player. This is my run game function, and this is where this is where I was struggling where if I was having a player touch a key, the whole game would like pause and both snakes uh would stop moving until another key is pressed. And I was having trouble with that with the logic here, but I think what fixed it was that I had two separate chars. I had another char called input two for player two, but just changed it to just one input underneath this while loop, and that seemed to have fixed it. Um, this right here, it basically makes it so I was trying to go for a more like a classic snake game where it's like one snake of a certain size, and as you eat more apples, the snake grows and grows. So basically, what this does is every time apple is eaten, it just respawns. It spawns a power up. This is kind of the logic for my power up of I called it a growth apple. So whenever a snake eats the apple, it grows from 5 to 10 body parts. So this kind of replaces the tail of the snake, and it adds new parts, and then it sets the last new part to the tail. and this is the same for player 2. So these are my destructors, like it deletes the snake at the end of the game, basically. Um, and then I showed this already. These are the set cursors. This is my power up. I tried to add a speed boost, but I couldn't figure it out. And then this is my .cpp file, but I'm gonna run the game. So if I'm trying to get this apple just to show. If they eat the apple, the snake grows. Um, Let me see if I can do it for player 1 just to show it. Yeah, so it grows, the snakes grow. If either player touches a wall, then this is player 2. Player 1 wins. Um, yeah, so the snakes grow. If player 1 touches a wall, then player 2 wins. If player 1 touches itself, like if it collides with itself, player 2 wins. If player 2 does the same, then player 1 wins. If player 1 runs into player 2's body, then yeah, player 2 wins. If player 2 runs into um dang it. Yep, player 1 wins. Something that uh I don't really know if it's also in like I don't know how I would be able to program this, but if I can make it so that their their heads they go through each other's heads, like I couldn't figure out like how do we determine who wins in that scenario. I wasn't sure if I should maybe add like both players lose or maybe just keep it to where nothing really happens, but so that's not that is something that I've noticed. I don't know what to do in that situation. But um trying to think of what else I can show. But yeah, this has been a tough project for me, but I think I learned a lot with C++. And yeah.